Now, we all know that the body is going to decay, it's going to go. We are not invincible, but still we live as if we are invincible, that there is no end date for us, right? Now, the saying goes, the scriptures, that our life is number of breaths. Pranayama slows down the breath, regulates the breath. Nostrils, each side of the nostrils is irregular breathing, so you level it out. I'd like to understand, is this a fact? Because you hear so many different variations. And actual fact, Kundalini Yoga that you mentioned, I tried to read up on it and I couldn't find very much on it. And I assumed Ashtanga Yoga, 8 limbs of yoga. And I thought that's it, Dhyana, Dharana. So I'm confused about Kundalini Yoga and plus regarding what I've just said. I'd like to have some answer on that here. Thank you.
There are 2 questions here that I would like to address. First is pranayam. You mentioned the word pranayam. Now you see, pranayam is sometimes interpreted to mean breathing exercises. And I'm telling you, it is not so. This is the major thing that you must understand. What pranayam means is prana means your life force. Pranayam means niyaman, means trying to control the life force that you possess, or trying to, if you like, get a handle on the life force that is already within your system. This is the meaning of the word pranayam. So how does the breathing come into it? This is what Patanjali explains. He says really the force that is running your body is very, very physical, in the sense that it is the thing that is driving your lungs. The reason why your lungs move up and down is your life force expressing itself by keeping you alive, by making the lungs go forward and backward. So he's saying, look, in order for you to now get a deeper glimpse regarding who you are, and not just the body but something more, why don't you focus your attention in meditation on the very force, the life force that is driving your lungs? It's not the breathing part, but the force that is driving your lungs. So he said, close your eyes and focus on the force that you can, that's the nearest you can get to the idea of prana, my life force, the lungs that are moving in and out. So he's saying, focus on the lungs moving in and out. And I'm telling you from my experience, if you are successful in focusing on the power or the thing that is driving your lungs, just the lungs, nothing more, forget about anything else, no intellectual gymnastics, just that. If you become one-pointed for a moment, you get a jerk, you get an electric shock, because now you touch base with the life force that really is your if you like, you're getting closer to your core, your being. So pranayama is basically trying to, in a way, get a handle on the very life force that is driving your lungs, not the breathing, not the air coming in and out. By the way, the thing that is pulling in the air in and out, that is where you focus on. This is the beginning of pranayama. Now you also mentioned the ideas of Ashtanga Yoga and Kundalini Yoga. Let me just tidy up. You see, when a person is actually successful in meditation, and very few are, let me give a health warning to the audience. 99%, I would say even larger percentage of people who claim success in meditation have no clue what they are talking about. They are selling you a gimmick. Be very careful. They'll give you a disc saying, here's a CD, you play it, it's got nice floaty music, and you have to buy this mat, the meditation mat, we are going to charge you £30 for it, plus £5 postage. You sit on this meditation mat and play this thing, and close your eyes, and now you are levitating, you are rising. And the man is saying, the only thing that's risen now is the pocket money that I had. That's gone, but I'm on the floor. It's utter nonsense. So majority of the courses that you get or buy are suspect. Only 1 in a million, I feel like 1 in 1,000 perhaps, knows what they are talking about when they talk about Raj Yoga. When that experience becomes real, what actually happens, there are certain physical changes that accompany a spiritual experience. Now this can happen in your routine life even. Sometimes we get a kind of a tingle in the backbone. You go zoom, a tingle, and you get a thrill and your hair stands on end. When you are successful in Raj Yoga, from the bottom of your spine, certain stirring up begins. And you can actually, this is the physical part you can actually experience. The stirring up begins at the base of the spine and then seems to move up. This is Kundalini Yoga. Then it moves up. When it arrives at the level of your navel, you're beginning to now lose track that you are just a physical body, but you're still not experience meditation. When it rises to the level of the heart, here the fun begins. Here now you lose body consciousness. Doesn't mean you become faint and you can go into fit or something, but you for the first time are free of the body experience. So if, for example, you are feeling the air on your hair or on your skin, that disappears. If you are listening to the traffic outside, that disappears. You no longer can hear the traffic. So all these physical things that you are so sure about just gently disappear. It doesn't mean you become unconscious. To the contrary, you become far more conscious than you ever were, but no longer the physical body. You're risen above the idea you are the body. That is when it hits the heart chakra, if you like, this part. And this is just the beginning of the journey. Here you know for the first time you are not the body. You are not the body. If at this stage somebody comes and cuts your body into pieces, you won't feel it. So sometimes I'm very naughty. I tell our students, I say, if somebody is claiming they're successful in Raj Yoga, tell him, please go into meditation. And if you like the person, take a little feather and tickle him. If you go, say, you're not meditating, are you? And if you don't like the person, I say, take a pin, stick it in, see if he screams. They say, you're not meditating. It's the masters like Ramana Maharshi or Swami Vivekananda. You could cut them into pieces. When they went to the drop of a hat, went to deepest meditation, you can destroy, you can destroy the body and they won't even feel, they won't budge even. They are risen above the idea they are the body. And this is the beginning of Kundalini Yoga. This is the beginning. And do you know what happens? You heard about the Gayatri, this marvelous light that we cannot pray to as the Supreme Personality, if you like, the power behind this creation. The Gayatri, this power, this marvelous, colorful vision becomes a reality. You come face to face with the most brilliant light, more brilliant than the light of all the suns put together. You come across it, and the first thing you say is, I am free, I am free, I am no longer what I thought, that little tiddly fellow. I am not that, I am that. And this is something it's not arrogant comment. It is a most freeing comment. You talk about, this idea of freedom, you now achieved that.